time frame, and you see that support line just there. And what happened at this level? Oh look, we got a Mogwai signal at this level. So is this now with the trend or against the trend? So one of the questions I always get asked is, why do I trade the binary destroyer indicator? If I'm so good at trading, why don't I trade price action? Or if you've got such a high win ratio, why don't you trade every single day? Well, it's actually a very simple answer. Firstly, whatever you do in this life, you don't need to justify it to anybody, because everybody has different aspirations and goals in life, and especially when it comes to trading. Right? And you don't need to justify it to anybody, because nobody else is going to understand your logic. You know, why do I buy a £150,000 Lamborghini? Because that's what I want to do. You might not see the logic in it, but that's fine. You know, I know people that quit. You know, I know people that have spent years going to university. They have a really good job, $150,000 a year, and they quit it all to go traveling. Like, for me, I understand that, because not everybody can work a day job. They just have to go out and travel, experience new things, and enjoy life. You know, not everyone can sit behind a desk and, you know, work every day. So I understand it, you know, and you don't need to justify why you do stuff in life. And that's the exact same as trading. When I got into trading, okay, well, first of all, let me explain to you my dream, and then we'll get onto the trading part. So my dream has always been to live off interest in the bank account. I wonder if I can find this clip now. If I can find this clip, you'll watch it. But if you can't, you can't.
You're compounding fees if you don't know what you're doing in this area. But if you're already doing this, I want you to pick a number right now that you might increase to. And before you pick the number, whether it's 10 or 15 or 20, whatever that number is, you're going to want to decide it and not change it, other than increase it maybe in the future. And you're going to make it automated so that money goes into your freedom fund. Not a savings account, a place where you're going to be investing that money and growing it till it hits a critical mass that throws off the income you need, so you never have to work again. So you have that true financial freedom. So if you're saying, well, Tony, I don't know how I'm going to do this, let me give you two pieces to help you think about this. I could name dozens of stories or examples of people that I've met over the years who've started with nothing and became wealthy because they just took a little piece off and forgot about it and let it grow and grow and grow and grow. But I'll give you one of my favorite examples, Theodore Johnson. This is a man who never made more than $14,000 a year in his entire lifetime. He worked for UPS, and he only did one thing different than most people. At late stage of life, in his late 80s, he's worth $70 million. He did not inherit any money. All the money came from compounding $14,000 a year. How did he do that? He committed to one thing. He decided 20% of all he earned was going to be set aside. Every check, every bonus, every situation, 20%. There was no excuses. He'd have to find a way to do things differently, earn money other places, but that 20% was sacred. And it compounded over a lifetime for him and gave him $70 million. In his late 80s, he donated $35 million away, still had $35 million, and guess what? Never made more than 14 grand. I mean, there's no excuse. When you understand the power of compounding, it's game over.
Just put that amount of money in the bank, you will make so much money off the interest. And it got me thinking that there are literally people in this world that do no work. They literally just have money in the bank, and it makes them more money than anybody can ever imagine, and they do nothing. And it got me thinking, you know what? That's the dream right there. Because that is the money machine. Money in the bank, and you live off the interest. Because whatever happens to you in life, if you get ill, you have a car crash like me, you get a broken back, and you can't work for the rest of your life, or you die early, whatever happens, that money will always make money for you, your wife, your husband, your children, your grandchildren. It will just be there for eternity if you don't spend it. And that's, for me, always been the dream. So when I first got into trading, all I wanted to do was to make money in the most simplest and easiest way. Get in, get out, take the money from the markets and invest it into mutual funds, hedge funds, ISAs, pensions, whatever, property, whatever can make me money from not even doing a single bit, I'm interested. And that was always been my goal. I've never been interested in the politics, why do you trade like this? Why do you trade like that? Learning about the big economical factors and what moves the market, big swing positions, looking at the, the data of the UK economy and then gauging the price of the pound over the next 3 or 4 months. That kind of style of trading does not interest me, because my goal and ambition has always been to give me the quickest and simplest way to make money. I want to load up my computer in the morning. I want to make my money, close my computer down and go enjoy the rest of my life. I've never been, well, obviously I'd say I am materialistic. I am money orientated, because you have to be when you go into trading. But I've never wanted to make millions, right? As long as I make enough, let me give you an example, right? And I say this to everyone, and it gets everyone thinking. If you are earning $50,000 or pounds a year from your day job, 10 hours a day, and I said to you, you could make $50,000 from trading 2 hours a day tomorrow. How many people would quit their day job and trade full time for $50,000? Everybody would say yes. Yeah, I'd quit my job. If I was getting the same amount of money from trading as I do as my day job, I would quit tomorrow. So if you're willing to quit what you earn from your day job, why do you need to go and trade and put more pressure on? Why do you need to go and earn millions or hundreds of thousands of pounds per trade, and double accounts and compound and massive lot sizes? Why don't you just enjoy trading, make your money, turn your laptop off, and then go enjoy the rest of the day? So that's always been my ambition in trading. It's always been my goal. A lot of people can relate to me. But, so there's some people out there that obviously don't see that. They see the fact that, oh, you should be trading every single day. You should be massive lot sizes. And it's like, listen, if you want to do that kind of thing and your goal is to do that, that's absolutely fine. I might not agree with it, but again, that's your goal, your ambitions. Nobody else needs to agree with it apart from you. If that's what you want to enjoy doing and that's what you want to do it. So this is why I trade with the buy and short indicator, because it's a very simple, basic, and I wouldn't say easy way of trading, because trading itself is not easy. Well, in fact, to be honest with you, once you get past the emotional part of trading, so discipline, patience, trading is actually quite simple, quite easy. I've had a lot of one-on-one webinars with you lot, the subscribers and the BD members. And once I get past the excuses, right? Oh, I haven't had time to trade. I've got no money, or the market hates me, or the strategy doesn't work. Once I get past all of it, 100% I can guarantee it will be an emotional problem on why you're not successful on the charts. Once I get past all the excuses, right, and you don't want to admit it to yourself, it will be an emotional part, okay? It will either be chasing trades, not closing trades off early, being impatient, not following your strategy, whatever it is, right? It will be based on emotion. You can't handle the losses. But once you get past that and you start trading without emotion and you start trading from a logical point of view, trading is very simple, basic, and yeah, easy once you understand the basics of it. Let me summarize. The quickest and simplest way to make money is to trade with the trend. Trade with the flow, the momentum of the market, okay? If price is in an uptrend, you want to buy that uptrend, right? However, you don't just want to buy that uptrend, which most people will do because they'll panic and be like, oh my God, it's an uptrend. I want to get in early, and they'll take a buy. You want to be buying at the support and resistance levels, the levels where everybody else is buying, right? So that's a logical point of view. When you are placing your trades, I like to get in and get out. I don't like holding trades for long periods of time. I'm exposing myself to market manipulation. I'm exposing myself to news, and I just don't want to be in trades for long periods of time. My job as a trader is to make money while having the least amount of risk, or the least amount of money risk on the table. So basically, I want to get in and get out as fast as I can. The only time I want to place a trade is when I 100% have to place a trade, right? I'm not placing a trade just for the sake of it because I want to make loads of money or take lots of trades for the sake of it. No, I only want to trade unless I 100% have to. So when I'm placing a trade, it is giving myself the best possible chance of winning that trade, right? I'm not trading here to take trades. I'm trading to make money. I want to invest that money and then I want to sit on a beach in Mexico, which I'm going this weekend, and do zero. Don't talk to me about the charts again. So if we look at the binary destroyer now, okay, this for me is a very simple and basic strategy. It's the Mogwai strategy, 1 minute time frame. So let's just identify this Mogwai signal here. Why just by looking at these 3 Mogwai signals, 2 of them won and 1 of them lost? Well, this for me is the absolute perfect setup because first of all, let's identify the Mogwai signal, right? The MACD has gone overbought. The Mogwai signal has appeared. We're outside the zone. The TCA line's turned green and red and it's giving me an alert to tell me I've got a Mogwai signal. Thank you very much. That couldn't be any more simpler. You're pretty much giving me this setup on a plate. I could be doing emails and I'll get ping, binary destroyers telling me a Mogwai signal has appeared, signal up. Perfect. That's all I want to know. Then I want to identify if it's with the trend or against the trend. So we go to some naked price action. We mark up this area just here where that Mogwai signal appeared. We go to the 15-minute charts. Oh, and what do we have here? We have a beautiful, well, let's just break it up here, right? We have a, if I just get here, telling me another Mogwai signal has appeared. We have a, let me just bring up my chart so I can draw. Here we go here. We have a clear area of resistance here. So that must mean a double top pattern. Sellers have come into play here, right? And they've driven price all the way down there. This here is the previous low. This here is the new low. So which way do you think the market is going to go from this point? So let's just draw it from lines like this here. So you got this here, comes all the way down, it comes up like this here, bounces off this resistance and then comes down. What do you think the next move is going to be at this point here? It is going to be a pullback in the market, which happens here, and then we get this move here. So looking at this here now, this sell here, which way do you think the market's going to go? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? Well, looking at it from a logical point of view, there are sellers in the market, right? Everybody sold the price down here, then buyers came up, started pushing the price higher. However, at this point in time, everybody looks at this and they goes, right, okay, there's the previous low. There's the previous low before that one. This could be a lower high because there's the previous high there. So now when you look at it, you've got a downtrend, a pullback, creates a double top pattern, didn't go any higher at that point. So this is no longer an uptrend because if it was, that would have gone higher, wouldn't it? So it's clearly not an uptrend. It comes all the way down like that there, breaks the previous low, which it has done there. So logically now, it's going to make a lower high. Where's the lower high going to be? Probably at the previous lower low, which is going to be here, right? And what happened here? We popped a Mogwai signal. Oh my God. Now, this is the part on which money management comes in, right? Trade management. Stop losses, take profits. I now have identified it could be a downtrend. Let's take the trade. Now, I have, or not told you, there is an area of support here, right? So I could think, right, okay, well, price might come all the way down here and then reverse and go higher high. Because if buyers came in here and here, I don't particularly want to be putting my take profit down here because it could do what it's doing now, bounce off it. So what I want to do is realistically target, I want to put my stop loss somewhere around here and I want to target a take profit before it gets to this support line at the bottom. Because I don't want price to do what it's doing now, reverse and stop me out. So I go back to the Mogwai strategy on the 1 minute time frame. I look at this setup here and I go, right, okay, so I'm going to put around probably an 8 pip stop loss. Let's go with a 16 pip take profit, 1 to 2. What happens? The trade went 20 pips. Nice in and out. That is it. Done. I've made 2% gain. Perfect in less than 20 minutes. Now, because I've identified, right, on the 15-minute charts, this area of support here, right, you see that support just there, and you go back to the 1 minute time frame and you see that support line just there, and what happened at this level? Oh look, we got a Mogwai signal at this level. So is this now with the trend or against the trend? Well, I would consider this against the trend, because it's bounced off that support line. It didn't create a lower low off the 15-minute time frame. So I would probably go for a 1-to-1 with this. Maybe a 10 pip stop loss, 10 pip take profit. I didn't personally take this trade, but to give you an example here, well, yeah, I mean, 10 pips is down there. I probably would have gone for maybe an 8 pip stop loss somewhere around here. That trade went to 14 pips. So I would have easily got a 1-to-1. I made 3% in literally, what's that? 1 hour. I made 3% in 1 hour. That is it. Don't talk to me about trading ever again. I'm turning my laptop off. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. I'll come back tomorrow morning and I'll repeat the process, the same process. And that is it. Right? That is all I care about. And in trading, it should be all you care about too. You know, have a goal, have some ambitions, think, right, this is what I want to achieve, and you go out and set it and do it. Being a full-time trader is not about copying everybody else and watching every other YouTube video. It's like, right, this is what I want to achieve from trading. I want to write it down, goals, step-by-step process. Today, I'm going to start off with, I don't know, a demo account. I'm going to see if I can build it up. Then I'm going to fund a real account with the same amount of money that I grew my demo account and start to build it up there. If you're not consistent, then start to work on it. Why am I not consistent? Am I chasing trades? Am I getting emotional? What's my trading plan telling me to do? I see so many people will come to me and they won't even have a clue what they're doing. They will be literally, they'll fund live trading accounts and they won't know what they're doing. It's like, okay, well, what's your stop loss and take profit? I don't know. Well, why are you trading then? Why are you trading? What? That's not trading, that's gambling. If you want to achieve this, what are your steps to achieving that? Right? Because if you haven't got any steps or you haven't got a plan, it is literally just a pipe dream. It is just a dream. Okay? If you have a plan and somebody goes up to you, what are you doing? Well, I'm going to become a full-time trader in 2 years' time. Yeah, okay then, if you say so. No, this is my plan. This is what I plan to do. This is what my goals are for this week. Once I hit the goal, I'll move on to plan number 2. If I don't, I'll go back to plan number 1 and I'll keep learning until I reach plan number 1 or goal number 1 and I'll move on to plan 2. That is it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. My name is Jamie Palmer.